Okay, hello everyone, my name's Klauz, and today we're going to be talking about which Fire Emblem has the best endgame or late game. So, what we say, or what I'll say when I mean that is, you can feel the game starting to come to an end, like, it's about to be over. And you can pretty much tell, so it's not just the final chapter, but it's like right before that, I guess. And we're only talking about the main series game, there's no Fire Emblem Heroes, no Warriors, none of that stuff. Only the main series, and we split three houses up into all of its routes, just to make things simpler. So we have 5 tiers right here. We have sub to Klauz, and then we have fantastic, good, fine, not too good, and awful, and have not played. Nothing's gonna go in awful. I've thought about it, and there's really nothing that's that bad. But we have some stuff that will go in have not played. So just before we start, I want to say this is kind of a follow-up to which Fire Emblem has the best early game. You can go check that out afterwards, I guess. I'll probably link it below. Besides that, let's get started. So, first thing we gotta do, we gotta put this fella here, 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 and that fella there. I have not played any of these games, and I exclude them from the early game list, and so, yeah, I kind of have to do it from the late game list because I don't know anything about the end game. I knew some stuff about the early game, but nothing about the end game. The only thing I kind of know is Radiant Dawn. That's it. And I guess these have like they're the same as the remake, so maybe somewhat they are, but I don't know. Let's get started though. Genealogy, not too good. Oh, okay, one more thing I'll say. Yeah, there's definitely spoilers, but basically when you see something up here, like if I put Genealogy not too good, this is when I'll start talking about Genealogy. I only talk about this game. So like if you want to know what I think about it, but you don't know what I think about like Shadows of Valencia or something, because you haven't played it, yeah, you can just skip ahead to that part. So when you see it on screen, I'll be talking about it. Okay. Genealogy of the Holy War. The reason I don't think it's good is just because like, I mean, nothing in the game's that good in terms of map design. The story's good enough. The narrative's good enough, but that's about it. There's nothing really saves it that makes it good. Because the thing I really don't like is the final boss, Julius. You have one way to kill him, and it's Julia. So that's just stupid. I mean, I don't think it works from a game perspective. Like, why would you have other units if all you need is her? And she could die, which really isn't a problem because you can just revive people. But I don't know, I just don't like that part. And I don't like all the enemies just running around. And it just takes so long to do compared to the other ones. Like, all the other maps are really long. The only thing that's longer than this is like chapter 2 or 4 maybe. Yeah, I'm not a fan of Genealogy. And yeah, the last map, well, the narrative's cool. Nothing else about it is. So yeah, there's nothing to say about that. That's good. Thracia 776 is fine. I do think there's definitely some problems here. But it is cool. Like, you're in this cool little dark castle place, shrine, whatever, and there's this bald guy trying to attack you, and I do like that the final boss isn't just some dragon. That's always a nice relief. Chapter 24 actually right before the final map, I've actually never gone to, but I don't think it's very good. And the one before that, yeah, not very good either. So, in terms of map design, it's pretty bad, but I don't know, I do like Thracia more than Genealogy, so I would put it above it. It is cool. Because in it you have to kill all the cool dead lords or whatever, I think, maybe, right? You have to kill like 6 strong guys, and then you get the boss through the final door. And this is pretty cool. It's just you need door keys. You can't pick where your units start, and those are problems with the entire game, and those are problems with like basically every final chapter that's in this game. So I can't put it too high, but it is cool. A little cooler than Genealogy. So yeah, we'll put it there. Next we have Binding Blade, and I think it's good. The main problem is the enemy variety. It's just dragons. If there was more than just dragons, actually it might be in Fantastic, but and we're going to be talking about like the real end game here, not just the good ending, not just the kill Zephyr, but killing it done. I guess you don't really kill her. and I think it's good. And I do like the chapter, it's the second to last chapter, or the chapter before you get into the shrine, at least, I guess. I think the penultimate chapters, they're best when they just throw a bunch of enemies at you, and that's kind of what it does. But it doesn't do it where it feels annoying. It feels good and challenging, but not annoying. And I really like that. But I have to be honest, I wish there were just more than dragons in the final fight, and you could kill them in more ways than just like with the cool weapons you have. FE7 I think is pretty similar, but it's not as cool. One thing I like about it is you can definitely feel when it starts to end right after you get the chapter where you just like mess around in the town. So FE7 I do think is good at that. The final boss is like just a dragon, which is kind of lame, but at least it's fun to play. As you kill a dragon, you just use Athos and Luna. That's what most people do because it's the simplest, but you can't come up with other stuff, and I do like that. And the chapter with Nurgle and all the dead people like Uhai and Ursula, all those people, that was pretty fun. So yeah, well, it'll go in good, very good. Sacred Stones, I think it's better than both of them, but I don't think it's like a tier above them. So Sacred Stones, if you watched my early game video, I put it like at the very bottom. I don't like the early game there. But in here, I think it's the late game I think is pretty good. Maybe it's starting like chapter 19 in the big dark castle. That's a cool setting. There's a lot of interesting strategies you can do on that chapter, and I think it's pretty fun. You can just try and rush the boss, you can try and survive. And there's different ways of doing it. It's a little annoying not being able to see, but it's not that hard, so yeah. And you get to the big forest, and there's just like a lot of enemies. They're not super strong, but there's a lot. And it kind of gets into spam territory, which I think doesn't put it that high. I think if that chapter wasn't just spam, it might be fantastic, but not. And then just the last chapter actually, it does take a while. So yeah, the main problem is just they take a while, the chapters here, but other than that, I think it's pretty good. The story's fine enough. I mean, I think most people don't care about the story in Fire Emblem too much. But Sacred Stones doesn't have a bad one, doesn't really have a great one either. But yeah. Shadow Dragon, I don't remember anything about it. I don't remember anything happening in here. It's so okay. So it's like the last chapter is just the walled off place with all the ballista and stuff, and then you kill the big guy. I do kind of actually one thing I remember is because I trained on my Daros and he got like 2 crits, and that was pretty insane. Good job, Daros. God, there's just a bunch of ballista, and it's annoying, and lots of reinforcements. It is kind of cool that you have to rush. Maybe it could go higher, but I don't want to just have one game in a tier. That's kind of boring. Oh well, it's fine. I just don't remember anything about it, but it wasn't. I don't think it was a bad experience at all. So yeah, Shadow Dragon goes right here. Basically everything in this game, it's just Shadow Dragon is iconic, but it's also forgettable. Like, you know about it, but no, you don't know anything about the game. That's what it's like to me. Awakening. Okay, so I'm not a big Awakening fan, but I think the ending's pretty good. It has the usual formula of throwing a bunch of enemies right at the end, and I do like that. But you're on a cool like island, and then you're in the mountains, and before that you also visit the cool dragon lady. And then in the final chapter, you go onto Grima, and you just like hop aboard. That's cool. It's just, it's just Awakening. It's nice. I like Awakening, kind of. I do think it's grown on me a little. So yeah, we'll put it here. It's nice. It's fun. It's just fun. That's what it is. Birthright. I do really like Birthright, but the endgame's pretty weak. Like, you go to the chapter and you get to kill Hans, I guess, but then Lilith just kind of dies, and that's stupid. And it's not stupid enough anyway. It's just like, why is she dead? So yeah. And then the final chapter. Well, the first thing you do is, do you even fight Garen in the final chapter? I don't remember. I think you do. Okay, I don't know. Well, in the last one, the very end, you do fight him. But I don't remember. Oh wait, don't we have to fight Xander as well? Yeah, this is a Xander chapter, but I think that's just you just kill him and to get it over with. Yeah, I don't know. There's nothing really special about the Birthright Endgame, and I do like the game. It's probably my favorite game, but there's not really anything great about the ending. It's an okay way to cap things off, but it doesn't stand out to me. But Conquest, that's pretty good. I don't know about fantastic, but I don't know what else is going to go in fantastic, so we'll put it here. We'll just put it above. The Conquest Endgame is pretty fun. You get to kill Iago and Hans, and then do you kill the other guy, the Garen? I don't think so. Oh no, you do. Never mind. You do. And Takumi just shows up out of nowhere, and he's just like, yo. And we just murder him, and it's really hard. It's not that hard on a normal. I was able to beat a normal with like 5 characters, because I did an Iron Man, sorta. Well, I did an Iron Man where I just reset a bunch of times. But I had like Leo and Keaton, and they were like beefy, and then I had a fun time playing that final map. So Conquest, I think, is definitely pretty good with the end game. It does definitely have solid game 3. At the start and at the very end, it has good gameplay, but in between, there's definitely some bad parts. But yeah, Conquest's pretty good, and the story doesn't do anything that stupid in the end, besides anything it does in other routes. So yeah, we'll put it here. It's fun. I like it. And then here we go, Revelation. So we're not gonna put it here, or here, or here. We're gonna put it right at the top, and I think it's my favorite one, if I'm being honest. You're allowed to disagree, but I love the end game to Revelation. It's so stupid but good. So first off, you get to the big underground place, and then so you meet Gunter, and he's like possessed or something. So then he's got this freaking old dude who's possessed, and he's the bad guy, and that's stupid, but that's why it's good. I love it. It's so funny. And then you have the next chapter where you do fight Anonkos, the scary dragon dude, and then you get to him, and then after you kill him, Garen shows up and he just freaking eats him. And he just becomes like a huge dragon, and you go into like space, and there's like he's just huge, and you fight him, and the camera's all weird. You have to kill his different body parts. It's so cool and stupid, and I love it. It's not badly designed at all. It's just it's so fun. I love the endgame to Revelation, and I do like Revelation a lot. It was one of my favorite games. Which not the most popular opinion, but I really like it. And yeah, the music's really good in this game. All throughout, it's good, but here at the end, you get to hear some unique tracks, which makes it even better. So yeah, Revelation, I think it's definitely my favorite in this endgame in the series. Next up, we have Shadows of Valentia, and I think it's the worst endgame in the series. The only thing I think people really like about it is the music, the what's it called? Twilight of the Gods, yeah. And honestly, that song's kind of, if you ask me, it's kind of overrated. I don't think it's that good, really. That's the only thing that I could get hype about it, though. You have a bunch of frustratingly difficult battles that lead up to it. Like, you have Berkut's boss fight, and you really cannot get close to that guy. He just, like, will kill you. And then you could just have a bunch of super strong enemies. One time I lost like 3-4 of my units, and I was sad because I was doing an Iron Man. This was on normal, so yeah. Just leading up to it, it's not that good at all. And also get Mycen, who's like the worst Goto archetype ever. I don't like Mycen at all. And then you get to the final fight, and it's frustratingly difficult. It takes like 5 hours to do. There's Bonites, there's a respawning eyes, there's Duma, who's super strong even on normal. They're all strong on normal. And it's just I don't know what to do. I just sit there, and there's the freaking poison swamp. I don't like it very much. Maybe it's not awful, just because I like the game, and there's cool characters, and it's fun seeing it through. but I don't like playing the endgame. Black Eagles. I think it's good. Maybe at the end good. So I just did my Crimson Flower Iron Man, and I lost it at the end because Rhea's too strong. But it is pretty cool. I do like the second last chapter on the plains, the Tailtean Plains, I think, and all the rains coming down. Dimitri's there to do sacrifices himself. He goes full beast mode, and then Saros comes in. Yeah, it's pretty beefy, but I don't really like the enemy spam that they did here. It's not that fun to me. So yeah, I don't know. I don't think it's that good, but actually, why it's good. It's good. There's definitely I like the feel you get. Blue Lions, pretty much the same, just not as good, I would say. You're fighting Edelgard, and she's like some huge beast now. It does kind of feel like the last chapters are the same as other ones you did, but if you did it first, then it's fine. It's just more enemy spam. There's a lot of hard stuff you can do, but it's still definitely beatable. So yeah, Blue Lion's good enough, or I guess it's Zero Moon at this point. We'll do Golden Deer at the end, and then Silver Snow is fine. It's probably better than Shadow Dragon because I don't remember anything about Shadow Dragon. But I mean, Rhea just like is crazy. I don't know why. It doesn't make sense to me. Yeah, it's just the same as other ones. It's just nothing special. And if you did Golden Deer first, which I did, which is probably why I like Golden Deer more, it's gonna be hard on this, I swear. It just feels like a rehash, and it doesn't have the cool fun one. Golden Deer though, fantastic. It's really fun. Since I did this first, I saw Shambhala first, and it was just like a cool underground city with all the tech and stuff. I really like that part. And then Nemesis just like freaking comes to life, and you fight him in the last battle. And he's freaking cool. He's just some beefy dude. And you have the God Sharp playing, which is also kind of an overrated song, but it's still pretty good. And then yeah, so you fight him, and it's a cool scene. It's like it feels different than the other games, which I like it about it. So yeah, Golden Deer, that's the way to go if you want to get endgame. But that's going to be the tier list, I guess. If I had to take a guess, I would say these two are probably good. Radiant Dawn and Path of Radiance. New Mystery, I have no idea what you do. And same with FE3. These ones are probably just worse. These ones are probably going awful. But I don't know for sure. But yeah, thank you guys for watching, I guess, and go check out which Fire Emblem has the best early game. Go check out my FE7 Iron Man. Check out my Fire Emblem Heroes content, and check out my Minecraft Battle Royale because I spent a lot of time making those. So yeah. But thanks for watching. We now have a new goal to hit 250 subscribers before fall, so we've got quite some time. So maybe if you enjoyed, you want to subscribe. Or maybe not. Maybe you want to see some more videos first, and that's good too. I understand that's what you should do. But yeah, if you want to subscribe, please go ahead and do so. Please leave a comment and a like as well, because then I know if I should make more of these. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. I had a lot of fun making this, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.